They called her the most feared woman on water. Not a queen born in a palace, but one who built her throne on the deck of a pirate ship. She didn't just survive the open seas, she ruled them. Imagine this. Over 70,000 pirates at her command. Fleets that outnumbered imperial navies. Governments that paid her to stop attacking them. And if you think Jack Sparrow was wild, you haven't met Ching Shih. This woman turned piracy into a business empire and walked away undefeated. Yeah, you heard me right. She retired, rich, alive, and legendary. But how did a prostitute turn into the queen of the sea? Let's rewind to the storm that started it all. Our story begins in Canton, China, late 1700s. A young woman works aboard a floating brothel, entertaining sailors and merchants who came to spend their stolen silver. Her name, Shi. Nobody cared who she was back then. But even there, in the noise and chaos, she was sharp. She listened. She watched. She learned how men talked about power, ships, money, and weakness. One day, her life changes. The most feared pirate of the South China Sea, Ching Shih, commander of the Red Flag Fleet, storms into port. He's fierce, rich, and notorious. And somehow, this man falls for her. They strike a deal, and this is where you realize how different she was. She doesn't just marry him. She negotiates terms. She wants equal control over his fleet and all his profits. And the crazy part, he agrees. Together, they become a storm at sea. She's not just his wife, she's a strategist. Every raid, every alliance, every shipment, she has her fingerprints on it. She learns how to read the wind and predict naval routes. She starts drafting her own rules, not for love, but for power. But just as she rises to the top beside her husband, fate throws her a wave no one saw coming. In 1807, a storm hits. Ching Shih, her husband, the pirate king, falls overboard and drowns. Just like that, the entire Red Flag Fleet is leaderless. And that's a problem, because pirates aren't loyal by heart. They follow whoever scares them most. Now picture this. Dozens of bloodthirsty captains arguing over who should lead next. Then Ching Shih walks in, calm, confident, wrapped in a red cloak. She doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't draw her sword. She just says one thing. This fleet doesn't need another man. It needs me. The room goes dead silent. And somehow, she convinces them. Not by charm, by strategy. She secures alliances, bribes rivals, and manipulates loyalty through profit sharing. Every captain who joins her gets a cut, but only if they obey her code. She even brings in Chong Pao, her late husband's adopted son, a skilled young pirate who becomes her second in command, and eventually, her lover. Yeah, you heard that right. Her stepson. Scandalous. Sure, but this is the South China Sea, not the Victorian court. Ching Shih didn't care about gossip. She cared about control. And soon, the world would realize she wasn't just leading pirates. She was building an empire. Under her command, the Red Flag Fleet explodes in size. By 1809, she commands over 400 ships, everything from massive war junks to tiny raiding boats. More than 70,000 pirates sail under her banner. Her rivals? The Chinese Imperial Navy, the Portuguese Armada, even the British East India Company, all terrified. They called her the Terror of the South Seas. And what made her unstoppable wasn't just numbers, it was her rules. Yeah, she ran the world's biggest pirate fleet like a corporation. Here's her system. Number 1. Every loot was registered and split fairly. No captain could hoard gold. Number 2. Any assault or theft without her permission, immediate execution. Number 3. Any pirate who harmed a female captive, death. No mercy. Number 4. Those who showed loyalty were rewarded. Gold, rum, and better ships. She even issued written laws. Imagine that. A pirate constitution. And guess what? It worked. Her pirates didn't just obey. They worshipped her. Because she made them richer, safer, and stronger than ever before. Ching, she wasn't just feared. She was respected. And when respect turns into faith, that's when you become unstoppable. But even empires built on waves eventually meet a storm. By now, her name had become a nightmare in Beijing. Merchants couldn't sail without paying her tax. Villages handed over food and supplies before she even arrived. So the Qing dynasty had enough. They sent their entire navy to crush her. Huge warships, cannons, foreign allies, a full-blown naval assault. And Ching Shih? She laughed. She knew the sea better than anyone. Her strategy was genius. She'd lure the navy into narrow straits, then hit them from behind. Her ships surrounded the imperial fleet in a deadly triangle. One wave of fire arrows, and the sky turned red. When the smoke cleared, entire armadas had vanished beneath the waves. The Chinese government lost so many ships, they started borrowing vessels from the Portuguese just to keep fighting. But here's where she shows her brilliance. Instead of fighting forever, she switches to politics. She sends envoys, negotiates truces, spreads fake rumors to pit enemies against each other. Every navy chasing her ends up fighting each other. She didn't just win wars, she played empires. But all that power comes with a price. And the bigger your empire grows, the more cracks start to show. The Portuguese turned on her. The British sent patrols. The Qing court issued massive bounties for her head. Inside her fleet, captains began to fight for control. Some wanted peace. Others wanted to burn the world. Even Chong Pao, her lover and co-commander, started questioning her. One night, after a brutal defeat near the Pearl River, her men began to desert. The Red Flag fleet, the empire she built, was breaking apart. So Ching, she makes her most unexpected move yet. She sails straight into the Guangdong harbor, the heart of imperial power, and walks into the governor's palace unarmed. Everyone thinks she's surrendering, but she's not there to beg. She's there to negotiate. She demands amnesty for herself, her men, and her fortune in exchange for peace. The governor, terrified of restarting another war, agrees. She retires, with all her wealth, power, and dignity intact. No execution, no prison, no exile. She literally retires from piracy, a millionaire. The woman who made emperors kneel just walked away from the sea. But her legend wasn't done yet. After retiring, Ching Shih opens a gambling house in Canton. The most powerful ex-pirate turned businesswoman in Asia. She raises her children with Chong Pao, lives comfortably, and dies peacefully in her bed at around 69 years old. So the next time someone says pirates were reckless outlaws, tell them about Ching Shih, the woman who built an empire, burned the seas, and retired as a legend. But here's the twist no one talks about. Some records say she didn't fully give up piracy, that she secretly funded coastal smugglers, keeping her empire alive through whispers and shadows. So, did the Pirate Queen really retire? Or did she just vanish beneath the waves she once ruled? Still watching? Still winning? Tell me in the comments. What do you think? Was she a genius strategist? Or just lucky enough to play the right game? And if you love uncovering forgotten legends like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because next time, we're diving into another dark corner of history that power tried to erase.